This episode of the Jaking Off Show is brought to you by Fnxfitness and OG Shenrons Off the Tees Vintage Clothing. More on that later. Let's jake off! And we made it to 83 episodes. We should have been at more, but your boy decides to take breaks and get sad and fucking, not do the podcast. It gets very discouraging sometimes. You try it. Go ahead, try it. See how well it goes for you. You can have all the equipment you want. You can have all the production value you want, but you got to start somewhere, and this is where we're at. So, 83 episodes so far. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're getting closer to 100. But I've lived here for a year now. Just a little over the year. We just passed, the 1 year anniversary of me living in Oklahoma Titties. All right, cool. Let's summarize, shall we? So a year ago, I decided to pack my bags and leave LA because I couldn't do things. So my cousin calls me up and goes like, hey, over here in Oklahoma Titties, you can do things. So I packed my shit and I left. And if you think I sound a little off right now, it's only because of the Delta variant of COVID. I'm just kidding. I don't have that shit. Just a little bit of sniffles, just a little bit of a cough, hawking up loogies every now and then. The typical, that whole shit. I didn't really spit. But there's people that are worried about it, and there's people that get a little under the weather. There's allergies. It's humid out here. I didn't think I would ever get allergies, seasonal allergies of the sort, but I guess it happens now. Because, when the wind comes in and the pollen and just I feel gross. I feel fucking gross. It's a hot box in here. Not in here, but just, the state of Oklahoma in general. I know there's heat waves and stuff in other parts, but the humidity, not a fan. I don't like it. I also don't like that my car stalls when I turn on my AC unit. That's not good. Either we'll have to check that out, so I just roll the windows down. We're only driving from here to work. It only takes 15 minutes, so But your boy's gotta fix it. So I had to dip into no. Before we go further, I have to summarize my year. I'm getting off track. It's that fucking what is it? What am I? Autistic? Yeah, I'm one of those. But yeah, I moved here. I was still getting California unemployment. The CARES Act was good for another month. So I settled in, bought some furniture, bought some stuff, some necessities and all that. You need a vacuum cleaner. You need a shoe rack. You need a hamper and stuff. You just house stuff, So I went and bought a bunch of house shit, spent money on a car, 6-month lease. I burned $5,000 in a matter of 2 weeks because I just had to get settled in and all that. And then we had to find out, okay, where are the clubs at? Where are the comedy clubs at? Where's the open mics at? Where are those? I know the scene is smaller. I know it's a whole lot smaller, but where are they at? They're around here. So I started navigating my way around there. I know that there's a comedy club called Bricktown, and now I work there. A year ago, I had just moved here to just go bouncing around and do nothing and just peel the rust off from not doing comedy for 5 months. Now I work at the motherfucking place. So I would go to the open mic. I would sign up. I know that would be Wednesday nights, and it would either be there or the Looney Bin. And I only did the Looney Bin one time, but I can't do both at the same time. So I had to pick one. Bricktown was closer, so we went there. Kind of introduced myself to other comedians and hey, there's a mic over here. There's a mic over there. And there's only a small handful. What I kind of miss is the open mic crawl. I kind of miss it. I'm not going to lie to you. Because in LA, there were open mics every couple of feet or so. And, it was pay to play. So it was $5 for 5 minutes most of these places. So, I would burn like 20, $25 every few days or so. Like I would go up more than once. I would go up at least 3 times a night. I'd make my crawl and all that, and I would do it. And I just went hard. I put in those reps, but you can't really do that as much around here. They're few and far in between. There is a Monday night spot now that I'm going to start going to. There's a Tuesday night spot that I'm going to host an open mic on the 27th at a place called Othello's. It's an Italian restaurant. That's going to be fun. So I'm going to start going there again. So I got my Monday spot and I got my Tuesday spot. And my Wednesday spot, of course, is going to be Bricktown. But there's another one that's later that Wednesday night. So I could double dip and do it again. And then I knock out 4 spots. We got 4 spots knocked out. But unfortunately, that's going to be it. There's a Thursday night spot, but I can't go there because I work. So those weekend spots, I can't get those. So I'm just going to have to pull ahead and hustle earlier in the week. And I know they're going to suck, most of them, because it's other comics waiting their turn. But, I just got to grind and get my shit down. Whether or not I tell an old joke in front of someone that's already heard it, you know what? I don't care. I'm not trying to impress anybody anymore. I just want to work out my new shit in front of people that don't care, and then I'll just sling the hits in front of a crowd, because I want to crowd please, but it's hard to gauge whether or not a joke works in front of comics, because comics are fucked up people, and they like a fucked up sense of humor, but that's not everybody, I teeter the edge of clean and dirty and all that, but definitely hard to gauge. There's a 3-strike rule that I use. First strike, if the joke doesn't work, all right, whatever, it just didn't work. We'll check it. Second strike, doesn't work. All right, maybe it's something I said, maybe it's how I said it, maybe the joke's not funny yet, but let's change it. Let's change it and then try it again. And then change it, and if it doesn't get a laugh a third time, well, I guess that joke's no good. Try something else. But I haven't been doing that just because I needed to stay a little bit. I had to distance myself a little bit from comedy just because I get frustrated. Anybody who's been doing this a long time, you get frustrated sometimes. I just needed to step away from it. But I have been getting inspired to go up because some colleagues of mine have been booking stuff, and I'm a little bit jealous. So I gotta get up there and just do it again, and just send in more press kits. I gotta get booked for other stuff, but people play favorites, and they book their friends, not necessarily the most funny, but people who can bring people. And again, I've said this before. I understand that. I understand that I'm never going to get booked here because I can't sell tickets. I know that. I've said it before. You've heard me say it 1,000 fucking times. I know. It's frustrating. It burns inside of my head. That's why I keep repeating it. And that's probably why, if I keep repeating myself, then that's why people don't really listen to the podcast a whole lot. It's like, oh, he's just complaining about the same shit over and over again. Okay, let's complain about new stuff. Let's complain about some misfortunes and some other things going on in my life. I had to drop $771.72 on 4 new tires on my car. I could have only just changed one, but you know what? Why change one? You could just change them all, and they can all be the same fucking tire, and then it's fine. So I ran over something. I don't know. But my left rear tire just got completely shredded. And it happened like 3 blocks away from work, and I'm like, okay, well, there's this floppy sound, this flip, flip, flip sound, and I'm like, oh, is that some asshole that's behind me or something? And then and I keep hearing it, and I'm like, oh, maybe that's my. Yep, that's mine. We're gonna have to slow the fuck down because it's getting down to the rim. So I'm going like 10 in a 30. Put the emergency the park anywhere button, and just roll into a parking spot. Hopefully there's a parking spot, because there's hardly never a parking spot by work. Oh, you think you have one? Oh, look, a spot. You might have one. Kia fucking soul. What the fuck? You're not even supposed to park there. Fucking IHOP. That's not an IHOP spot. That's a Bricktown spot. That's my spot. Mine. You can't have it. But it doesn't matter, because I had to park somewhere and call AAA and get that sorted out. Now, the day before this happened, I got my AAA card in the mail because I had signed up a week prior. And I'm like, I should probably get on that. And then lo and behold, something bad happens. So lucky me, the universe smiles, the old gods, thank you, Lord Odin, for your kindness. Really appreciate it. Funny joke you like to play. By fucking around in my life, I am a pagan bastard. I do not know my father, so I am a bastard son, and I was not baptized. Therefore, Valhalla awaits me. That's the way it is. I'm sorry, Jesus. I'm sorry, Buddha. I believe in you guys too, but I don't subscribe. I'm sure you're legit, totally cool. Not my cup of tea, because your people kind of suck. Those self-righteous motherfuckers, we won't get into it. It's not important. Believe whatever you want to believe as long as it doesn't belittle somebody's existence. Who gives a fuck? But yeah, I had to dip into the apocalypse money to get those tires fixed and get it all situated. And one of the fucking tires doesn't keep the pressure because now the low air tire pressure sign goes away because the other tires the computer chip didn't fucking read it or whatever. I don't know about cars. Thanks, Dad. But I don't know about cars, and so that sign went away, and then it came back on. And this is on a brand new tire, and I'm like, now I gotta call them up on Monday and be like, hey, remember those tires that you replaced? Well, one of them's kind of fucked, and it keeps deflating. I think it's the inner tube. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But it keeps deflating. Can we hook it up? We're gonna have to figure that out on Monday. And I gotta be awake for that because I am a vampire. This job has turned me into a vampire where I sleep all day and I work all night and whatever business errands need to get done, it doesn't happen because I'm sleeping while the sun's out the whole fucking time. So like, what the fuck? Much hate, do not like, but I have to, I got to do something, man, because messy place, messy mind, and old habits die hard. I've been sleeping a lot and also not too much. But you guys know, I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Repeat stuff. Everybody knows my problems. And I keep complaining. And that's why nobody wants to listen to the show. Well, I'm not making sense now. When I start singing, I start to get delirious. I'm recording this in the middle of the night after work because I gotta put out the content for you. And I gotta do it. It's for the homies at Patreon that give me generous donations for that. And shameless plug. Go to patreon.com/JakingOffShow. Either in the link below if you're watching this on YouTube, or check the link description if you're listening on Spotify. Holler for $1. I only have to pay my bills and stuff, and all the money that I've invested in this. Yes, the podcast is also sponsored, and if you go to that link below, go look at your health and fitness products. But we'll cross that bridge. And about now, check out that sponsor ad. This episode of the Jaking Off Show is brought to you by Fnxfit, or as I like to call them, F and X. Woo! You see, the X makes it look cool. Fnxfit provides multivitamin supplements, and before I even get into it, I actually use this stuff, all right? This isn't some Amway USANA thing. I actually use these products. I wouldn't be sponsored by a company that I wouldn't actually, use. You know what I mean? This isn't some fake thing. I actually use this stuff. Now, what I have here is I have the Immune Complex Science-Driven Immune Booster. It's got elderberry and zinc to help keep your immune system in top condition. And that's especially important now. I also have one of their newer products. It's turmeric gummies, and that helps with inflammation. Even if you don't have the gastrointestinal issues that I have, it helps keep you less sore after a workout. And although I'm not in fighting shape right now, I'm going to start to get in fighting shape because I just ordered the dragon fruit flavor of their protein powder. And they've got other great flavors like watermelon and raspberry lemonade. And of course, they've got chocolate and vanilla and strawberry for you like basic gentiles out there. It's really good stuff. They have also got vegan protein if you're into that sort of thing. And they also have krill oil, which has omega-3s that it's good for your brain to help make the words go and stuff like that. Just go to Fnxfit.com and type in promo code JAKEOFF and get 15% off of any order. Click the link below, type in promo code JAKEOFF, and get 15% off of any order. If you don't believe me, just go to the website, click a random thing, type in the promo code, and you'll see that I'm not lying to you. I actually use this stuff. Just go window shopping. Even if you're not necessarily into it, just check it out, and you'll help me, help you, you'll get in shape, and you'll support the podcast. So that way, everybody wins. Go to Fnxfit.com and type in promo code JakeOff at checkout. Get 15% off of any order. And don't forget to tell them that the Jaking Off Show sent you. This episode is also sponsored by OG Shenrons Vintage Clothing. Go to Depop.com in the link below and check out vintage clothing from every era. The 60s, the 70s, whatever this guy can get his paws on. You'll find rare and unique items such as rare tie-dye shirts designed by very incredible artists. I can't even tell you how fucking good these guys are. They're great. You'll also find tour shirts from the 80s from your favorite band. You might find 90s t-shirts that you won't find anywhere else. There's a Space Jam shirt that I think was already sold, but there's unique and very cool finds that you'll find at this digital thrift store. Just go to depop.com/OG Shenron and you'll never know what you'll find. You might find something truly off the tees. Oh shit, cool. So you get it. All right. So nobody buys my stuff because I don't really get off the desperate energy to like plug it or whatever. But I get a promo code and they let me use code JakeOff. Cool. I don't know why they allowed that, but they did. But it'll help. It's fitness stuff like you heard before. Help me, help you. Yada yada. And check out OG Shenron stuff too, because he's the homie and he contributes a little bit of money to the Patreon. Therefore, we get ads for your business. If you have a business, if you have if you make t-shirts, if you make stuff, if you make couches or whatever the fuck, I will advertise it on your show. I'll advertise your podcast if you have one, or whatever. I'll put up whatever. You just got to give me a little money for it because I do have an audience, and everybody wins when you tell people this stuff and the things. I'm not perfect at it. It all lines up with like networking and shit. I'm no good at networking. I hate people. I hate talking to people, but I have to be around them and be cordial and be nice and all that. And I do like being nice to people, but it's just like, I can't fucking hang, man. I don't want to hang out. I just don't have the capacity for it. It's just it gets too people-y, and I don't subscribe to that. I really don't. It's nothing against nobody personally, but I don't let people in, and I don't like to fucking hang out. I honestly, I'd rather be doing something else, and that would be at home, being a homebody. But again, nothing personal. That's just me, and I know networking is important and part of the business. But honestly, dude, my method is not. It's not working, but I'm just gonna do this my way. I don't really have a future, and I'm never going to make it. I'm never gonna go anywhere. It's like the garage band isn't gonna go past the garage, And I'm just gonna keep my head low and just keep doing what I'm doing, and whoever the fuck notices, whatever. Because I'm very depressed. I talk about depressing shit all the time in my act, and yeah, I laugh about it, but that's how I like get over it and stuff. So it doesn't fucking matter. I'm just, as long as I can pay my bills and get on stage and entertain and make a few people laugh every now and then it's fine. Then I didn't waste my whole fucking life, But at the same time, you do have to work hard. You do have to want it. But that I feel like a burden on people, that I'm not worth anybody's time. Again, this is a confidence issue that I have that is deeply burrowed into my head. That's why I took a break from the stage. I'm going to go up on stage Monday night. It's just an open mic. I haven't booked anything out here, but I just got to get back on and get my sea legs back and maybe get my confidence back. I don't know. But we're going to get back into it again because the last time I took a break from comedy was 10 years. 10 fucking years. I gave up on it and I focused on other stuff. But the thing is, I tried that. I tried the other stuff. I tried the acting. I tried auditioning for things. I tried that. And that didn't work. It didn't, I didn't have my eye on the ball. I wasn't disciplined enough. So I'm like, oh, might as well do comedy. At least it's all on me. The writing is all on me, just like this podcast is, and then that's it. What's his face name? I'm a businessman. I forget where I heard that, but my brain's a fog. Why the fuck? Why the flying fuck does the mask mandate have to come back? If the fucking thing is supposed to work, then you don't have to wear it anymore. I guess it's a fashion. It's a fashion accessory now. I don't know. I don't care. I'm 1,000 miles away. But like, what was the point of anything? Maybe it's these right-wing people getting to me, and maybe some of it's starting to make sense. But like, what was the point of any of this? What the fuck? Like, homegirl that I have been speaking to about this matter, and that's very, very frustrating, is that she's looking for work in places I will not name, where it's like you have to have the vaccine, where it's like it's a requirement. Like, okay, what about the Hippo Act or the HIPAA Act, whatever the fuck it is? What if you could just lie? But I guess you have to like present the card or whatever. But she's not on that team yet, and I don't know what team I'm on. I am not vaccinated yet. I mean, I'll get it if I have to, but I just don't feel like I need to. I'm pretty sure I got it and beat it in January. Hell, I might have it now. I don't know. I got IBS. I got problems. My immune system is attacking itself. And if I got it, I would know pretty fucking fast, and I don't think it would be very good. But on the other hand, I'm young, I'm fit, kinda, in comparison to others. But I don't feel the need. I just don't feel the need. I am taking a plane to go to a wedding in October, and if I have to have the vaccine in order to fly, I guess I'll do it because I'm not going to miss my best friend's wedding. I guess I'll put the needle in my arm until then. But like, if anybody else asks me outside of, you and me, and if people are if someone asks me like, are you vaccinated, and I go no, they'll be like, oh my god, stay away from me. I might kill you because I might have it and be asymptomatic because I'm vaccinated, but I can still get it. I'm trying to save you. The fuck? Dude, like, I don't know, this whole thing has just split society in half, and I don't even know if I want to go back home. Because there's so much, like, social pressure to get it, and it's like, I don't see why not, but it's like, I mean, I don't, this is gonna come off weird, but I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I don't want to get it. And if I have to get it, I will, depending on, what the circumstances are. But I don't feel like doing it. And I'm scared of needles. Am I just making up excuses now? Sure, yeah. But like, as soon as everyone hears it's like, you should get vaccinated. You might be killing people. But like, dude, I mean, if the fucking Repubs got anything on us, it's that, healthy people don't really get it that bad. Call me a conspiracy theorist, cancel me, whatever. It's not like this is getting monetized anyway. Doesn't fucking matter. But it's like, I'm not trying to die on this hill, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying. I don't know. It's just kind of flipped everything, and now it's like, people that were on board with this at first going like, yeah, man, get the vaccine because it works, so that way we don't have to wear the stupid mask anymore. Because like, yeah, it's an inconvenience, but like, it's not like oh my god, my rights. Like, it's not a big deal, but it's still like, bro, if we still have to wear them despite the vaccine, like, I guess, you'd rather have 100% chance. But also, this whole thing's getting rushed, and, this takes years. But who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? I keep griping about it, and I know we're all tired of it, but it just frustrates me. I'm fake broke. I I'm fake broke. Let's explain that. I have money. I'm not broke. I'm good. I'm good. I have my apocalypse money put away. I just need 5,000 more dollars saved up, and I'm gonna go somewhere else because it's not gonna be here. It's either Denver or Nashville or maybe LA, but so far LA is not really at the top of the list right now, even though it's home and I miss it. But ugh. I just I don't know. I have to not spend my money on fun stuff and definitely not invest my money in socializing. I'm not good at that, as you can already tell, because I'm talking to myself to a camera, you know. But I'm not good at the thing. And I've accepted that, and that means I don't spend so much money. Like I don't go on dates or whatever. I don't drink and that anymore. But I just save your money, and I'm living off my tips, which is fine. In terms of like food and all that. My fucking the chip reader doesn't work on the stupid thing, so I don't use my card to like pay for anything unless it's like an automatic transaction or whatever. But that's gonna get fixed again because it's gonna be that time of the year. It's one every couple of years. You got to change your information. Like once you do that, you get a whole new fucking 16-digit code. You get a whole new thing, and you have to type it in on every fucking thing that's like your Netflix, your cable, your internet, your fucking, you know, your fucking your Spotify, your Amazon account, your fucking all your other payments and all your other shit and all that other nonsense. It's just fake and gay, and I don't like it. We gotta undo that. I don't know if that did anything. I accidentally pressed a button when I didn't want to. Fuck shit. Ooh, let's hope that doesn't pick up later. Ooh, because I'm rolling and I pressed a key and something happened and I think it's recording twice. I don't know, but we'll figure that out. Clearly, I'm not good at this. Attitude reflects leadership. But you know, I'm not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. I'm not worth people's time, and you know what? That'll save me some money. And I know that's such a negative thing to say about myself, but I honestly feel that way. I feel like I'm just in the background sometimes, and you know, I'm like that type of person that people forget that he was there at the event or whatever. You know, I don't even hang out with the fucking dog at the party. You know, I'm just like, oh hey, you have a puppy. All right, cool. I just don't feel. I just don't feel right. I don't feel right, and the depression thing, like I guess it's very real, but you know I could do something about it and like talk to somebody about it, but it's just I've always had this, you know, I've always had this as long as I can remember, and you know at work people like clown around and stuff, and today I was just not in the mood to fuck around, and like you know one of the cooks is another comic, and he's just firing jokes left and right. He's just on fire, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, you know, I'm very happy for you. You know, he's done some gigs in out of other states, and he's been doing comedy about as long as I have, and it's like, okay, you know, I don't have anything against the guy, but he's on fire, and I'm like, I can't help but feel a little bit envious of that, because like I got nothing, you know, I got nothing, I got no wit right now, I'm not on right now. And that's the thing when you hang out with comics, is that they're always trying to fucking be on stage, and they're always trying to roast you. They're always trying to come at you with something. It's like, bro, can you be like a person for a little while? Like, why do I have to be on right now? I don't want to be on right now. Maybe it's because I haven't been on stage in 2 weeks or whatever, but it's like, I'm not on. And another cook who's not a comic is coming up with fucking one-liners and shit on the spot. I'm like, oh, god damn. Y'all are just clowning around. And I'm like, oh, good for you. And, you know, I'm taking some shit. And that's, you know, thick skin. But, you know, it gets to me sometimes. I'm like, guys, I'm not in the fucking mood. And here's what I hate even more. I hate it when, okay, I'm going into work and I'm just setting shit up and we're doing the job. It's not glorious, but, like, I'm doing it and it's happening. There's no tone to me whatsoever. And I hate it when people tell me to calm down when I am in fact actually calm. I'm like pretty chill. I'm like, you're reading me wrong, bro. I'm just working and I'm moving with a sense of urgency because I want to get shit done. And I'm being told to calm down and that I should be like that I don't know how to sit still. And I'm like, hey, maybe you're right, but consider the circumstances. It's busy right now. You're always doing something. There's always fucking something to do. Even if we don't have fucking tickets, or we don't have something to do at the moment, or there's no customers, or whatever the fuck it is, if we seem idle, that means there's other shit to do, like taking out garbage or refilling something, or just something of that nature. There's always something to do, or something that gets ignored that's been getting put off. You just always think of stuff to do. I guess I'm conditioned that way because I have a little bit of pride in my day job, or night job rather, even though it's not the best thing. This is the part where I die. And I do work hard. I work long hours, and I put my all into it. And just because I show that I care and that I move with a sense of urgency, that doesn't make me fucking teacher's pet. That doesn't make me on the boss's like favorites list or whatever. That doesn't make me a fucking good noodle. It doesn't make me anything. It's just I want to get the fucking work done. I'm getting paid to do it. I would put just as much if I wasn't getting paid, but if it would have to be something I like if it was acting or comedy. Like I've done acting for free. I've certainly done comedy for free, and there's just a sense of pride in the work, even though I hate it. No, hate's a strong word. I tolerate it. This was just like the other job. I was at this fucking yogurt shop for 5 years. Who am I kidding? I tolerated it. I got paid to do it, and it helped keep me from being off on the street and fucking paying my bills. Because that's what adulting is, I have a little bit of a sense of pride. And motherfuckers tell me to calm down and I should, stand still. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I'm sorry you don't give a shit, but, I have ulterior motives for this. And the fucking owners are in, and they're watching us like hound dogs and all that. No one said a word to me yet, so I must be doing a good job. So there's some pressure. Some people left, some people came back. We're training a bunch of people, yada yada, and it's like fucking, you're just waiting to have the chance, so you can go do something else. I get that, but like I'm a comic working at a comedy club, I don't want to move up the ladder in a business sense. I want to move up the ladder in the entertainment sector, and just I'm comedy adjacent, and it's a step in the right direction, but I'm never gonna ask directly. You've heard me say that. But it's just I'm adjacent and I'm close to it. I'm around it. I recorded footage for a guy that was featuring for a headliner, and we introduced ourselves. He lives in LA and he's coming back to do some shows in September over here. I'm gonna be like, hey, dude, you want your set recorded again? Because I work my side hustle, and that's my strategy. So therefore, I got to put my all into this when I work here, because the right people will notice that I give a fuck, and eventually an opportunity will come. Who knows when? I don't know. I can't get stuck here. Like I honestly, like, I plan on staying here for I know I said 3 years last year, and now would be 2 more years, so I'm going to stand by that and go, yeah, I think 2 more years here maximum. 2 more years here maximum. Because I've already lived here 1 year, and I've got my foothold. I've got my foot in the door. And I need to stay there and hang and just see what happens in 2 years. If not, depending on how much money I have saved, We're just going to go somewhere else and start over again. Denver is at the top of my list right now. Denver has Comedy Works. Apply there first. Apply there first, or anywhere around it, or any other club that's in that town, and just be comedy adjacent. If not Denver, depending on what happens, maybe Nashville. Tulsa's on the map too, but Tulsa, that's still in Oklahoma. Boo. Although it is closer to the Grove in Arkansas and like other spots, like it's closer to Ohio. Like there's some spots in Ohio. I may or may not have a connection in Ohio. I don't know. Again, not gonna ask until I want to be there. I might be willing to spend money on a plane ticket to go do a road gig maybe once. I think I can squeeze that in once, but that would be going into the apocalypse money. Thing is, I'm not going to fly to another state to do open mics in that town for a week. That's a complete fucking waste of time. What the fuck? No. However, when I go to Vermont, if there's an open mic in Vermont, I'm sure it's just as tiny or non-existent at all. I'll find something. I'll drive to fucking I'll drive to New Hampshire if I have to. We'll rent a bitch and just be like, hey, let's drive to fucking Manchester. What's over there, That's a plan. Yeah, that's a plan. But I don't know. Just the chips are going to fall where they may, man. Whatever happens, happens. And there's no point in trying to control any of it. There's just nothing's in control. I'm just in a hopeless fucking loop. Trudgingly would be another phrase. And okay, thanks. Bye.